Have I got a combo deal for you? NinjaCurt has updated Mod Test Map with American Grasslands. That's right. 2 maps, 1 download. Welcome back, everybody. Driver53 here with another console map tour of American Grasslands. Now, it says Mod Test Map at the top, and that's because NinjaCurt in this version 1.0.2.0 has added American Grasslands in with the mod test map. Now, the file size is now going to be 78.85 megabytes. And as you can see, you've got to scroll down here a little bit to be able to get to the changelog that describes exactly what's going on here. But you can see down at the bottom, it says changelog 1.0.2.0. And if we go one more, it says added mod map, American Grasslands, added field type support to mod test map, new game save required. Well, we're not going to be looking at the mod test map because I don't think anything really has changed there except for what he says here. Field type support has been added. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in and take a look at American Grasslands. It's a pretty interesting map. You can see the PDA down over here is a lot of grass, a ton of grass. So let's jump into the gameplay and see what it's all about. All right, everybody, here we are in the map. And as you can see, we're going to start off with a nice house right here. It's going to be the Felsburn House. You're going to be able to come up right here. Boom. Sleep trigger. No problem. You do have a pressure washer right here also. Now, this one is one that if you get too far away, it's going to tell you can't do it. See, it's not one of the awesome mad ones by Manfred. So just keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to walk around it everywhere with that one. What we have is a couple nice shelters right here with a lot of your equipment. Now, there is a ton of equipment. We'll go through all this. I'm just giving you a really brief walk by really quickly. Tons of stuff here. I mean, you've got a huge collecting wagon. You've got a baler. You've got a bale wrapper. You've got a windrower. You've got a tedder. You've got a mower set up right there. That's awesome. You've got a couple different wagons, awesome wagons here. Seeders, planters, lime spreader, bale collector. I mean, you've got some really awesome tractors here. Big ones, little ones, fast ones, green ones. You've got the nice mower here too. I mean, there's so much stuff. And you have 2 harvesters sitting out here, all ready to go. Like I said, we're going to take a look at all that. You've also got a nice silo system that's going to be right here. Really big. Really cool. I like the silo system a lot. You've also got some front loaders attachments here. You got 3 of them, it looks like. Holy cow. You got some bale spikes. You've got weight. That's awesome. So yeah, let's go hop in the JCB. I want to take a fast one today. So let's hop here in the JCB. There we go. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and drive down here to the other end of the map real quick and show you guys kind of what this map's about. So if we get going straight here and we look around, you see a ton of grass. Ton of grass everywhere. I don't know if they're set up as fields though, or if you have to manually do all this. But you do have a spot right here. So this here is going to be your lumber mill. And I need to get out of the way of this car. There was a car there. Did they slow down for me? Oh, they're back there. So once again, this is your lumber mill. Back there behind is going to be where you're going to sell your wood chips. And here in the front is where you're going to sell your lumber at. So absolutely great. Typical to what you've seen on a bunch of other maps. Now this right here, this is going to be your BGA. Now this is, I believe, the same BGA that is on, test mod map. So it's going to be right there. Should be able to fill into that pretty easy. Digestate is going to be here on this side. And then you've got 5, count them, 5 enormous bunkers. Absolutely huge. And this is the edge. Everything else out there is grass. And all that way is grass. And all that way is grass. So we're going to go back the other way now and look at what's down there. So So you've got a BGA here. Now it's not cheap. None of this stuff on this map is really cheap. It all costs quite a bit, actually, when you really look into it. And let's go ahead and do that right now. So we're going to go ahead and pull up our PDA. So here it is. And what are you going to start with? Well, you're going to start here with fields 16 and 17. You're going to start with the main farm, and you're going to start with all these animal pens up here along the top. Now you have 2 of every kind of animal pen. 2 cows, 2 pigs, 2 horses, 2 sheep, 2 chickens. There's an animal dealer up here too, which is going to be really nice and close. You've got a fuel station up here. But down here, you've got a nice little field right next to you. But, I mean, this is it. And if you look at this, the soil potential, or the yield potential is pretty good. It's 101%. So it's not as bad as we've seen on some maps. But it's $402,000 for that little bit of a field right there. Okay? So this one here is 372. Now, if we come look at one of these smaller fields, they're going to be 228. Now, it's good soil, but like field 1 right here, 62,000 for not even an acre. A hectare. I'm sorry, not even a hectare. 0.79 hectares is 62,000. So can you imagine how much these are going to be? You ready? 1.5 million. I don't even know what soil type it is. It's not telling me. 1.517, 1.517. The corner's 1.463. These little ones down here are 760,000 almost. This little one right here next to the house, 143. And this is all it is. Right there. That's it. 143. So let's get down here. We're going to take a look at the other side, and then we'll jump up to the top. So once again, this is going to be your like Felsburn type layout. So right here, this is going to be a spinnery. So you're going to go around here on the side. You're going to see your marks. That's where it's going to go right there. So this is your shop. And your another sell point. Alright, so there's a sell point that's going to be right here. Perfect. And you come over here to the shop. And this is where you're going to be able to get your herbicide, fertilizer, liquid, and water. You're also going to be able to get seed, mineral fertilizer, and lime out of the center one there. So, very consistent with all the other maps that he's done. You get a fuel point right here. And if I'm remembering correctly, that should be a water point right there. Any green hose that you see is a water point. Your vehicles are going to spawn here on the front. And yeah, that's everything down here. So, let's look at the map again. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to drive all the way up to the top. But before I do that, let's go ahead and see how much the biogas plant is. So if we click here, it's 421,000 almost, just to be able to use it. Now, you can buy some of these other spots, like this, right, for 49,000. Or, you know, you can buy some little spots like this, but can you buy? So it looks like the roads, you can't get them by themselves. You have to buy a piece of property to get a road. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But let's look here at the garage. And what are we going to have? Well, let's get to the very beginning. You get a Valtra N174. You have the John Deere 6250R, the JCB Fast Track 4220, the Fendt 1050, the New Holland CR1090, the Rostelmash RSM 161. You have the Krone Big M450. You have the Strathman Aperion 3401. You have the K Agroliner HKD 302. And then the HKD 302, another one of those. Awesome. And then you got the 45-foot Draper for the New Holland Harvester. You have the 9-meter Draper for the Rostelmash. You have a Vetterstad Carrier XLA 25. You have the Lemken Solitaire 12. You've got the Brettel K105. The Pottinger Novacat X8 ED. You have the Pottinger Novacat 301 ED. So it's going to be your wing mower, or like a wing mower, and then a front mower. So front or back, or if you get a big enough tractor, you can put them all in the front. You got the Pottinger HIT 1214T. You have the Lely Hibiscus 1550 CD Profi. The Krone ZX560 GD. The KUHN LSB 1290D. Arkuzen FSX 6372. The KUHN SW 4014. The Stoll FZ60. The Stoll FZ30. The John Deere 643R. You've got Stoll bale spikes, another set, the Sayer SB1000. Now, this is getting into the animal pens. You have 2 large animal cow pastures with 200 each. You have 2 large pig enclosures with 300 each. You have 2 large sheep pastures with 250 each. You have 2 large horse paddocks with 16 each. You have 2 large chicken coops with 400 each. You have the large grain silo, which is 800,000 liter capacity. It's going to take just about everything. Yeah, I think everything that's on this map it's going to take. You've got easy shed, a bunch of them. So you got 2 number 3s. You've got the pressure washer, which we already saw. Then you've got easy shed with lights. Okay, you're going to have 2 of those. You've got the farmhouse lights and the farmhouse. Okay, so if we come, and let's look at slots while we were there. All right, so slots is 664. Now, if you start from scratch or farm manager, it's 272. So if we come across here, let's look and see what other farmhouses we have. So you have a regular sleep trigger or the farmhouse by itself. Now, I didn't add this in. This is in the map, okay? Sheds, you only got the regular one. So you don't have the options for the lights. Okay, so remember that. Silo, what do we have? You have a large grain silo and then the large grain silo 800,000. So a 250 and an 800. 250 does not look like multi-fruit at all. Decorations, we got the typical stuff. Miscellaneous. So I have these 3 items added in for my precision farming because we like to use that. And then animal pens, everything here should be normal. Yes, it is. All right, so we're going to look at trailers because I'm just always curious if these guys are going to add anything else. Nope, auger wagons, doesn't look like it. All right, let's go over here to harvesters really quick, see if there's anything special here. I don't see that. Potato, no. Sugar beets, nope. So those are the kind of typical ones that we would see something in. But I'm going to go ahead and run up to the top, and I'll see you guys up there. All right, here we are approaching the top left-hand corner of the more populated area up here. We have another biogas plant right here, as you can see. So it's going to be the exact same as the other one. They just put it on this corner here, so you wouldn't have to truck all the way down to the other one. Pretty awesome. So next, what you're going to see is the cow barn, number 1 and number 2. So these are going to be just like base game, no problem at all. You're going to have a little bit of a grass opening here in the middle to be able to do what you need to be able to get some silage and things like that. Next is going to be your pigs. So there's pig stall number 1, pigs number 2. Next, horses, 1 and 2. Then we have the sheep, 1 and 2. And last animal over here is going to be chickens, number 1 and number 2. So this is going to be a fuel point right here. You're going to be able to fill up, no problem. Now, am I stuck? There we go. So I don't believe these silos are going to do anything for us. I don't see anything marked. I don't see any type of trigger on the ground at all. So what I'm going to do is go back around over here to the front side and show you where the buy point for the animals is. So it's going to be right here. This is where you're going to be able to buy your animals at. Pretty short drive over there to your fields or to your pens. So that's pretty good. And then right here is going to be bale sales. So right there, if you got bales to sell up here, if you've got crops to sell, you're going to be down at the other end. So let's take a look one more time at the PDA. And here we go. So that's absolutely everything on this map. There's nothing hidden around the outside. You're looking at it 100%. So this PGA right here is going to cost you $419,976, and this one down here is going to cost you $420,768. So it's probably just has to do with a little bit of extra land here on this one than the other one. So, but that's going to be it. I mean, that is absolutely everything. You guys can see what the fields look like. I, once again, do not feel... I mean, typically you can see like a color difference here on these fields, and I don't see it. I do not see where you're going to be able to hire a worker over here in these fields. I could be wrong though, but I just don't see it right now. It looks like all grass, like you are going to be the one doing all the grassing. So, that's your thing? Sure. But that's going to be it for today, everybody. So if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you would. If you want to be kept up to date on my latest console map tour updates, or just regular console map tours, think about hitting that subscribe button. And if you do, hit the notification bell too. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53, signing off.